Salute my peoples. Xander Zayas versus Jerome Boost Ennis is fight week. I told you guys, Bo's gonna give him the beating of a lifetime. I hope you accepted that reality. Boxing for breakfast kicks off in the next few minutes. Be ready for the smoke, man. Yo, TLM, the lunatic libertarian. The show is about to kick off in a few minutes. I'm gonna give you guys one last opportunity to change your mind and accept that Boo's gonna beat him up. There's gonna be a last opportunity on this show to change our mind, yo. Be with you in a few. Bam! Bam! My peoples. My peoples. Welcome to another episode of Boxing for Breakfast, where you get your healthy dosage of sweet science early in the morning. You guys know what we're doing, man. We talking boxing. Let me just say, happy Monday, beautiful day, coming off of Father's Day weekend and whatnot. I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. Thank you, God, for giving us another one. You know what it is, man. Salute to everybody tuning in already. Pugilism, Psy, TLM, the lunatic libertarian. We in the building, fellas. We talking boxing. Toy Mafia. Salute, family. let's get down to business. We not here to beat around the bush. Jerome Boost Ennis and Xander Zayas, they're fighting this Saturday, fellas. That's it. It's fight week. All the predictions, all the stuff that we've been talking about. It ain't gonna be no more talking on Saturday. They're gonna step in the ring and do what they're gonna do. And then, of course, on Sunday, it's gonna be an epic episode of Boxing for Breakfast. We're gonna get together. We're gonna discuss what everybody got to witness. And before I kicked off this show, I did say I was gonna give TLM, the lunatic libertarian, their opportunity to take it back. Cop out. This is your last chance to cop out and accept the beating that Boots is gonna dish out. You got an opportunity to change your mind. Maria made a prediction. Boots gonna beat him up. Boots by stoppage, by or before the 10th round. And I'm giving you guys an opportunity, if you're saying Xander Zayas is gonna win, to change your mind. This is it. Today is the last opportunity that you're gonna get to change your mind. If you don't do it today, you're gonna have to stick to your guns and accept that beating that's on the way. Pugilism. And Haney can't be confident. Boots and Zayas allowing Haney to dictate how they move. They can unify 154 before seeing Haney. Sorry, Jay got Boots in 10 or before. Marie, I got Boots too. But I'm doubting the stoppage. Boots gonna give him the beating of a lifetime. That's why I got the stoppage all the way in the 10th round, because I know Xander Zayas, elite level fighter, world champion, skilled, tough, a warrior. He's not just gonna go down. It's not the type of fighter to give us a no mas moment, or take a knee and I don't want to get back up, or between rounds don't want to get up after the next round starts. Stuff like that, you're not gonna see it from Xander Zayas. So he's gonna fight, and he's gonna give Boots a heck of a fight. But eventually, he's gonna start getting broken down, gonna start taking the beating of a lifetime. I don't know if the corner gonna stop it, if the ref is gonna have to step in, or if he's gonna get slapped. I just don't know how the stoppage comes, because Boots is just different. People don't want to accept it. Well, okay, you don't have to accept it. You're gonna see it. You're gonna witness it. You guys are gonna witness it firsthand, what Boots gonna do to Xander Zayas. And I guess that's when it's gonna be time to give him his flowers and be like, yo, damn, I really thought Zayas had him, but Boots is way better than I imagined. TLM, Zayas won't fold. No, that's a fact. He won't. I know that. You don't even have to tell me that part. TLM, Boots will be the broken man by the end of the night. Those ribs gonna get cracked. Meanwhile, Boots is the one cracking ribs and busting noses in training camp. Did you not see what they said, bro? Zayas got reason to be scared. Look at that. I'm hearing about Boots in the gym. He busting rib cages, busting noses. Xander Zayas' nose probably gonna be busted within the first 2 rounds, bro. You're gonna see blood early. Be ready for it. Be ready to handle what's coming. That's all I have to tell you. By the way, on Friday's episode of Boxing for Breakfast, somebody, I don't remember who, told me that Oscar De La Hoya was in talks to make Virgil Ortiz versus Ryan Garcia happen. Nope. Oscar De La Hoya was asked that question himself in an interview, and he said that seems to be some type of misunderstanding because that's not being made, that's not being talked about, and Ryan Garcia and Virgil Ortiz's career are on 2 different paths. What does that say to you? What does that say? What is Oscar De La Hoya telling us in that cryptic message? Ryan is going in one direction and Virgil's career is going in another direction. We've seen Ryan Garcia get a title shot versus Rollies and lose that fight, and get an immediate title shot right after versus this dude. Got him, beat him. Now he's a world champion, and now they talking about making other big fights. What are they talking about doing with Virgil Ortiz? Nothing. I got a feeling he's gonna sit on the shelf. Oscar not gonna even let him fight. You're gonna sit your ass on the shelf. And when your contract ends and you can fight somewhere else, that's when you're gonna fight. Boxing Fanatical. Boots is banking on Zayas wanting to trade at some point and catch him. Zayas will be trying to stay on his bike, stick and move. Here's the thing. Zayas on his bike, stick and move, is not going to work with Boots because he's not the better boxer, bro. He's not the better. Think about this for a second. Think about this. The narrative here is that Xander is big and that he's strong and that he hits hard, or that Boots is not going to be able to handle his power. We already heard that narrative with Crawford and Canelo. We already heard that narrative in so many different fights. And people still won't accept that power doesn't win fights. Skills pay the bills. That's what boxing is about. So I'm still waiting for somebody to tell me what they see Xander doing better than Boots. He don't got faster hands. He don't got better footwork. He's not a better counterpuncher. He's not a switch hitter. What do you think he does better than Boots? Nothing, my peoples. If you're being honest with yourself, if you look in the mirror and you ask yourself, what does Xander Zayas does better than Boots? When I watch footage, what is he doing that I say, yeah, he better than Boots at that? I'll wait. You guys tell me what you think Xander Zayas does better than Boots. Go get the money. I don't really care for Boots anymore after all those whole activity by joining Canelo camp. But he's going to drag Zayas into deep waters. He's going to give him the beating of a lifetime. Now, the stuff with Canelo Alvarez, honestly, I think that's more fans being goofy. You know why? Bro, boxing is a business. They not teams. It's not a team sport. I don't see absolutely nothing wrong with him getting a little nice paycheck and going to work out with Canelo and even learning a few things here and there. What? Who the hell would turn down the opportunity to go work with Canelo? That don't make no sense, bro. But because, people want to root against Boots, already that's a bad move. Hey, that's a funny move. Boxers been doing that shit since forever. It just don't get publicized. But, and the funny thing about that is that Boots and Crawford, they not even friends. They not even cool. Boots was trying to fight Crawford. So what exactly is wrong with him training, getting paid by Canelo during that training camp? Unless, if you play the race card, he went with the Mexican. Then now we playing the race card. And the race card, then I have to ask myself, well, who's really the racist? Are you the racist for bringing up the race, for pulling out the race card, or who is it? The playback zone. Boots is too slick. I can't see anybody in the division outboxing him. But that's what I'm trying to say. Xander Zayas, if it goes the distance, he not winning that fight on the cards. No chance. Now, let me just say this. You know how I could see Xander Zayas winning this fight on the cards? Let's say round number 5. Boom! He catches Boots with a monster shot, drops him like devastating type of blow, right? Boots get up, legs wobbly and everything. The bell saves him, right? So for round number 6, he comes out a little bit wobbly. Xander Zayas dominate him in that round. He just trying to survive it, and he does. Round number 7, the same thing. He's surviving, fighting back, but still catching hell. And the fight plays out that way. I've seen many fights where a guy get hurt and he just can't go back to being the same. Let me give you the first example. Andy Ruiz versus AJ. Once Ruiz caught him with that shot on the top of the dome piece, he messed up his whole equilibrium. AJ was never able to recover from that shot. And ultimately, he ended up getting stopped. That way, Zayas has a chance to win the fight. Whether it's by stoppage or he hurt Boots and then going forward wins the rest of the rounds. That can happen because when you're hurt, your abilities are not the same. You're affected by that. Pugilism. Best value underdog bets. Side stoppage win. because that's the only way he can win. Split decision on card for Boots and the draw. Shackle hands. Bam. Salute, family. Marie, I can't see a way for Xander to win. I don't know what Xander fans see. I really think they just hoping for a miracle to happen. For him to win, otherwise, it's never going to happen. He's way too good. So I said that yesterday. I said, look, Xander Zayas fans, I think deep down inside, they know he's going to get his ass whooped. But, you know, how do you keep hope alive? By pretending to be confident. I know Xander Zayas gonna win. I'm sure of it. Oh, he's gonna knock him out. Oh, you pretend to be confident about it. While deep down inside, you're like, damn, Bull's gonna beat the shit out of him. When Bulls beat him up, they're not gonna be surprised. They're gonna be like, damn, at least I was hoping. At least I was hoping he could win. Boxing fanatical. I can see Bulls being flashy, taunting a lot as he fights, gets away from him, with Zayas slightly outworking him. Only route I see for Zayas. I mean, look at how many fights Bulls got under his belt. When you see somebody outwork him, think about it. When have we seen somebody who can say, yo, he outworked him? That's never happened. TLM, Oscar and Virgil are cool again. Oscar spoke on him Saturday at the Collazo fight. Yes, but when they asked him, they not cool, bro. You know why? Oscar's being a professional. When they asked him about Virgil fighting, what'd he say? And that was on Saturday. That was probably in that same interview that we're talking about. He said, Ryan Garcia and Virgil Ortiz, they not fighting each other. That's some type of misunderstanding. Their careers are on a different path. Right there, he said it everything, my boy. Their career on a different path. You see the path that Ryan career is on, right? He got a title shot versus Rolly's lost, got another title shot versus Barrios won, and now they talking about making big fights only with Ryan Garcia. Whether it's Haney, whether it's Shakur, Conor Ben, big fights, mega fights only for Mr. Ryan Garcia. What are you hearing about Virgil? Nothing. What is Oscar saying about when Virgil gonna fight again? Or who he's gonna fight again? Nothing. So he's being a professional. Yeah, we spoke, but right now, there ain't nothing for Virgil Ortiz but sit on a shelf and collect dust. The lunatic libertarian Jay Smith, don't act like you haven't seen fights where the better fighter loses the fight. No, I've seen plenty of those. That happens. Now you're talking facts that I cannot dispute, my brother. When you give me something that is just 100% factual, I'm not going to try to dispute it. I'm not a goofball like that. I know. Look, the best example that comes to mind right away, Marcos Maidana versus Adrian Broner. Maidana not better than Broner. If we look at them, their skill sets, skill for skill, he not better than Broner. But Broner was goofing around in his personal life, getting drunk, getting high. Maidana was focused, hungry, showed up in better shape. He beat him. It happens. But look who I'm talking about, AB. Now, Xander Zayas, he fighting Boots, bro. Fighting Boots. A guy that's a gym rat. A guy that's always in great shape. A guy that's in better shape than him. A guy that's faster than him. That got better footwork than him. A guy who nobody can even find something that they could say Xander Zayas does better. I don't see, in that scenario, I don't see too many underdogs winning, my G. I don't see it. My expectations, you getting stopped, bro. It's a stoppage. TLM, Xander Zayas is gonna apply momentum, and he's gonna beat him down like a low down dirty dog. Whoa, that's what you think? You're gonna be disappointed. You're gonna be disappointed. Look, here's the thing. When you fight a guy that's below you, it's easy to apply pressure because you're better than him. when you fight a guy that's better than you, you can't apply pressure. The pressure that you think is going to be applied is not. You know why? Because Boots is a great counterpuncher. So when you try to go at him, when he pulled this a couple of times, so you bang, bang. When he catch you with a couple of hard ones, you're going to understand why people hesitant to go at him like that. Why they try to be so strategic. You don't apply pressure on Jerome Boots Ennis. It's that simple. Maybe you will try to apply it for a couple of rounds, but after you ate a couple of shots, that pressure's over. You want to play chess and take a slow beating rather than try to apply pressure, and that was the beating of a lifetime. Them J. Paul. Reality meets force. 2 left hooks. Pizza and wings. Salute, family. Bam. Almost that time, Jay Smith. That's it. Fight week. It's fight week, fellas. We've been predicting this fight for the last 2 months. Ever since they announced it, we've been trash talking. We've been predicting. We've been going back and forth. And we still see a lot of people that saying Xander Zayas is going to win this fight. Cool. Cool if you feel that way. But I think in your heart, you know Boots is going to beat him up. TLM, the lunatic libertarian, you guys know, man. I know you feel it in your heart like, damn, B, but I gotta fight for my guy. I gotta argue for him. But yeah, deep down inside, I know he gonna get beat up. TLM, I've been watching Pizza since yesterday when Jay went live with Boxing for Dinner. Bro, listen, that pizza was really good, by the way. It was and you guys gotta try this combination. Sausage, just, you know, I don't like all a million different toppings. Sausage and extra cheese. And then the little pieces of sausage be all wrapped up in the cheese and shit. Whoa, elite level stuff. But I digress. Boots and Xander, they're elite level stuff. But Xander Zayas' face gonna get left looking like a pepperoni pizza. That's it. TLM, you and the lunatic libertarian, you only have until the end of today's show to change your mind. That's it. Once this show is up, you can't change your mind no more. Now you stuck with Xander Zayas. And you're going to have to deal with the beating that he's going to take. Packer Gamer, bam. Them J. Paul. Xander has to beat him early because he's young. And when you're young, weight usually is an issue. Sort of like weight training. So Xander's got to win early or Boots wins late. No, look, I said another way that Zayas could win late, like win on the cards, is if he hurt Boots really bad and Boots not able to recover. So he, going forward, outboxes him for the rest of the fight. Bam, bam, bam. While Boots' legs is wobbly and he trying to survive, he could beat him like that on the cards if he hurt him. But if you don't hurt Boots and we just fighting, bro, you're going to get beat up. You're going to get broken down and you're going to get stopped. That's the way that it plays out. Joanne Sosa, Boots is stepping into a new weight class. He may feel uncomfortable going against the champion at the weight class, and Boots may need a knockout. Joanne, you couldn't be further from the truth, my G. And I'm going to explain to you why. Number one, did you not just see Shakur stepping into a new weight class and make Teofimo Lopez look like a bus driver? This logic that, oh, he's stepping in a new weight class, so is it? Nah, that's not true at all. Did you not see Terrence Crawford step in 2 weight class up and beat Canelo Alvarez when everybody was saying, oh, it's too much. Canelo's going to be too strong. He's not going to be able to keep him off of him. And look what happened. Beat him. So we have enough fights, enough samples to know that don't mean shit. It's already been proven, my guy. People move up and beat the champion all the time. Boots is not going to be the first, won't be the last to do it, my G. But I keep telling you guys, your logic of Xander Zayas' size, Xander Zayas' strength, is what tells me or one of the things that tells me he gonna get his ass kicked. He gonna get beat up. Why does that tell me that? I want you to think about this, Johnson. I mean, my bad, Joan Sosa. I want you to think about it, Joan Sosa. Everybody that says Xander's gonna win only bring up size. He's bigger, he's stronger, and all of this stuff. That's the same argument that they made with Canelo when he was gonna fight Crawford. That's the same argument that they made with Errol when he was gonna fight Crawford. Big and strong. And we saw how those fights played out. I don't hear none of y'all saying Xander got faster hands. Xander got better footwork. He's gonna beat him because he's a better counterpuncher and got that speed. He got this. I don't hear it. And you know why I don't hear it? Because you can't say it. You know it would not be true. So every time somebody is saying Xander's gonna win or can win, you guys never bring up the skills. You don't say how he's gonna win. He's bigger and stronger, and Boost is not gonna be able to keep him off of him, like Crawford wasn't able to keep Canelo off of him. Size and strength don't win fights, my peoples. We got enough examples of that. We all know this. So the logic that you holding on to, that Xander's size is gonna be the difference, you're gonna be disappointed. You're gonna be like, damn, I should have known. I've seen this a million times. I should know that size don't win fights. Wes Dussett, good morning, Box Center. Box Center fam, and my brother Jay Smith. Wes Dussett, bam, salute my brother. Appreciate you dropping in as always. TLM, in which size will hurt Boost really bad of body shots. I really believe that. No. You're hoping for that. You don't believe it. And I'm going to tell you why you don't believe it. Did you watch Xander Zayas' last fight? Bro, Xander Zayas was involved in a dog fight versus a guy you don't know. You can't name the last guy Xander Zayas beat if you don't Google it right now. Look, it's 31 of us in here. Most of the 31 people in here cannot name the guy that Xander Zayas fought in his last fight off the top of your head. You would have to answer, Google it real quick, and then write the answer down like you knew it. I already know that trick. If you knew the answer, the name would have been down there already. Your ass is Googling the shit. Nobody put the name down there no more. Because whoever put the name down there, you Googled it. You Googled it if you put the name down. So I want you to know that this guy that you don't know, that you never watched, that you never heard of, has Xander Zayas in a dogfight, bro. That shit went the distance. He could have stopped that unknown dude. He could have bust him up to the body. But he's going to do it to Boots. 2-belt world champion from the welterweight division. One of the most talented fighters in the game. One of the most gifted fighters in the game. He's going to do to him what he couldn't do to some random... Well, I'm not going to... let me not disrespect the guy either. Because the guy was a champion, right? So you can't disrespect champions like that. I'm wilding out. Let me ground myself, right? The guy's not a bum. The guy's a world champion. But you don't even know him. And this guy took Xander Zayas to 12 rounds. A dogfight. Last bell rang and some people was like, yo, did Xander win? Like, damn, like did he win this fight? It was a little bit scary, a little bit intense after the last bell. But he's gonna stop Boots. Look at his last fight. How? Sorry, I didn't Google it, Jay. But Baru ain't nothing special. I believe you, my guy. But it's like I said, the majority of people couldn't remember that name. Or don't know that name. Or never seen him fight until he fought Xander Zayas. Dre Finest. I damn sure can. What up? Salute, family. Bam. Listen. Xander Zayas, if he was in a dogfight, with a guy that you never seen, you never heard of. How you figure that he's gonna knock Boots out? The guy that Xander Zayas with a dogfight with, Boots will wash him. Put him on spin cycle in the washing machine. Shackle hands, you Googling. They gotta Google. Franchise, what's up from Germany? Ooh, Germany's in the building. Salute, my brother. And salute to everybody in Germany that been showing love, man. That's what's up. Box Center, we all over the place. We everywhere. There's people in here, Germany, France, Australia, multiple countries in Africa. The USA done took over Box Center. 70% of the Box Center audience is from the US. You motherfuckers done took over. Shackle hands. Abbas was the guy that Boost was looking at. Andre Finest, stop dreaming, young. Stop dreaming. I'm not the majority. It's always good to see you. Stay up, champ. Salute, family. Appreciate you, man. Listen, this Saturday, who you got, by the way? Andre Finest, who you got? Who you got? Make your prediction. Don't duck it. Don't duck the prediction, because I see that there's people picking sides to win. There's people picking Boost to win. And then there are those that are like, nah, I don't know, because it's going to be a good fight. And I know that they're going to... No. Who you got winning it? That's what I want to know. I already told you guys. Boost is going to beat him up. It's going to be a brutal beating. So if you... Because here's the thing. It's okay to hope Xander Zayas wins. It's okay. I get it. You want to support your peoples. Cool. But if you believe that he's going to win, that's just going to crush you. It's going to crush your heart, having to watch that beating. You remember how you felt when you was watching Errol taking that nasty beating from Crawford? How it felt like Crawford was giving you those left hooks and right hooks to the wig piece? Well, if you accept that Xander Zayas is going to get beat up, it's not going to be as painful to digest the beating. But if you have hope, when no hope, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough pill to swallow. And by the way, Sunday's episode of Boxing for Breakfast is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Because everybody that's telling me that Zayas is going to knock him out, I want to see you on Sunday. If you're here telling me that Xander's going to win that fight, I don't want to hear on Sunday that your dog ate your charger, so your phone wasn't working, that you went out to get trees, but they only had trash, so you had to go to another spot to get some dro, and you got back home late and you missed the show. Your Wi-Fi was messed up, so you missed Monday's episode of Boxing for Breakfast. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Sunday morning, you need to be here and tell us how your heart felt as you was watching Zayas absorbing a beating. I want to hear it from you. Andre Finest, always, bro. I got Boost. It will be a good fight. I agree with you. It's going to be a good fight. My expectations are that Zayas, at least those first 3-4 rounds, is going to do some things that's going to get some oohs and ahs, as Boost is trying to process the information and look at his timing, his speed, and all of that. He's a great fighter. He's a 2-belt champion. Xander Zayas is going to fight. And he not the type of guy to give up if he taking a beating. He not going to take a knee. He not going to stay in the corner, no mas. He not going to give us a no mas moment. Zayas the type of fighter, you got to kill his ass to get him out of there. Kill him. If not, he's going to keep fighting till the last moment. I know this. That's why I said Boost probably stops him in the 10th round. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens before, but I say the 10th because Zayas is the guy that you're going to have to break him down. You're going to have to break him down, beat him up to actually stop him. Boost is going to do that. That's exactly what Jerome Boost Ennis is going to do. 2 left hooks. Boost stops Xander in the 6th or 7th round with a nasty uppercut. The playback zone. I feel like Xander's corner will stop the fight. I was talking to Greg Hackett the other day. He told me it's probably going to be the corner or the ref. For the same thing I just said, Xander Zayas won't back down. He won't. So his own corner might have to save him from himself. And you know what's funny? He could be taking the beating of a lifetime. The corner stop, the ref stops it. Yo, his fans gonna be like, nah, that's an early stoppage. They shouldn't have stopped it. They should have let it keep going. Like, damn, bro, you ready to let him get killed out there. West doesn't. Xander don't pass the eye test. He's got heart, but he gets hit flush often. He's like Berlanga. No, he's better than Berlanga. I gotta say, he's a lot better than Berlanga. But he does get hit. That you're right about. He get hit. Look at the last fight. A guy you never heard of had him in a dog fight, bro. Face looking like a pepperoni pizza. You get hit, you step in there with Jerome Bruce Ennis, you're gonna get hit. A lot and hard. Pause. Big Billow Mob, Jay Smith. Don't do my guy Arrow like that. And stop bringing up the nightmare. Oh, man, my bad, bro, my bad. There's no need for me to be talking about the beating of a lifetime that he received a few years ago. You're right about that. My bad. I don't need to reopen that wound. Andre Finest, yes, sir. Jay Smith, you know your ish. Appreciate it, my brother. I promise you, if you tune in, I post a lot of videos, shorts, long videos, all type of shit. If you check it out, you're gonna see the kid is for real. And I appreciate you, fam. Mr. KO, salute to Shackle Hands. Shackle Hands always showing love, always in the building. West doesn't. I've been watching footage. No way he makes it to 6 unless Boots carries him. Whoa. You see, we see the beating of a lifetime. We just don't see it in the same round. I think he goes past 6 because of his toughness. Because he could take a shot and keep going. Because he has that mindset. Because he's going into this fight feeling like he could beat Boots. And a fighter like that will not back down, will not give up. You got to give him, you got to give him the beating of a lifetime. Which Boots is going to do. Mr. KO. Boots is way too crafty for Zayas. But I don't want Boots to get in the moment because Zayas don't live there. He's coming to fight and he knows he should be the favorite because he's the champion. That's 100% wrong. He don't have to be the favorite. The favorite is not the champion. The favorite is who the experts believe is going to win, my guy. Shakur Stevenson was the favorite against Teofimo Lopez. There you go. Shakur was the guy moving up to fight the champion. And it's the same exact situation because Boots was a champion at welterweight, just like Shakur was a reigning champion at 135. So there you go. You said that? It took me half a second to give you one example to show you that that's not correct. Being the champion doesn't automatically make you the favorite. The favorite has nothing to do with being the champion. The favorite has everything to do with who people believe is going to win that fight. If the majority of the experts say this guy's going to win, that's going to be the favorite. Belts, no belts, that doesn't matter. The lunatic libertarian. Shackle Hands. That's how he get hit. The lunatic libertarian. I'm not emotionally involved. Xander wins. My prediction is correct. If Xander loses, I lose 100, and then I have to talk to Jay Smith on Sunday. Like I said, man, I hope you protect your phone charger, make sure your internet is good, so that we could get together on Sunday. And then you're going to tell me what is it that you really knew after watching that beating that Xander Zayas is going to take. I can't wait to see y'all on Sunday, bro. This week needs to just hurry up. We need to get these fights already. JJ's in there. 25 people in the building and only 20 likes. The ghost watching and sneak hating is crazy. Mr. KO, I'm just sneaking on Zayas' behalf, speaking on Zayas' behalf. I know it's not correct. It's just how Zayas feels. No, and look, Zayas is going into this fight feeling confident. Going into this fight feeling like he's gonna whoop that ass. Don't get it twisted. That makes him a dangerous fighter. That's why he will not give up. Because even in round number 7, if he getting tagged, if he getting teed off on, he still believe in his heart. Yo, if I catch this nigga, I'ma knock him out. Or I'ma hurt him. A fighter like that feel like he's always in it. Until that last bell where, okay, it's over. So he's not gonna back down. Boo's gonna have to break him down. That's gonna take some time. He's a big kid. He could take a shot. Mr. KO, fighters make belts. That's 100% facts. Belts don't make fighters. Somebody need to tell that to Mauricio the goofball Sulaiman. Big talk, back talk media. Xander plus 333. Look at that shit. Somebody told me, yo, I bet $1,000 on boots. I'ma win like $40, bro. That's how you know. My man's better rack. He gonna get like $40. So, you know, who really believes that Xander Zayas is better? And if you believe that he's better, okay, then tell me what is it that you think he does better than Boots? What exactly do you see on video that he's better at? TLM, Zayas is Boots' biggest test to date. He gonna eat Boots' punches. And F, El Socio Sulaiman, goofball, babe. Joanne Sosa, I think you may see something from Zayas that you may never seen before. They both may need to be perfect to win. I mean, I gotta say this. When I talk about Boots beating up Xander Zayas, it's because I truly believe that. But it also makes people think that I'm suggesting that Zayas is a hype job or that he's not as good as people say, or none of that. In reality, I see Xander Zayas as a great fighter, as a guy who's gonna accomplish a lot in the sport of boxing. But when I look at 23-year-old Zayas and 28-year-old Boots, I see a guy who's levels above in Jerron Boots Ennis. And Zayas is headed in that direction because of the skills that he's already displaying at 23. But at 23, this reminds me of when 23-year-old Fernando Vargas stepped in there in the middle of his prime Tito Trinidad. Vargas dropped Trinidad, had some good moments early on. But then what happened? Then what the veteran in his prime do to the young, hungry lion who was 23 years old, just like Zayas? If you watch that fight, Fernando Vargas took the beating of a motherfucking lifetime. Got dropped multiple times, got wobbled, was getting hit with monster shots to the dome piece before ultimately getting stopped. You're gonna see a 23-year-old Xander Zayas stepping in there with somebody that's so many levels above anybody he faced in his career. You need to understand that. If you put me in there with a guy who's, you know, way less skilled than I am, I'ma rain on him because of the difference in skills. But if you put a guy in front of me that's more skilled than me, I'm not gonna be able to rain on him because he's a step ahead of me. So he's counterpunching, check hooking off of my jab. He's doing all type of shit. Just beating me up because he's better. And he could be shorter, he could be lighter, but he's better, and that's what's gonna make the difference. Skills pay the bills. And you don't hear nobody saying that Xander Zayas is more skilled than Boots in any area. Not one person will step up in here and say, nah, Xander got a fat hands, or he got a quicker jab, or got the better footwork. Ain't nobody saying that, right? Back Talk Media at Barclays. I think it is. I think it's in Brooklyn, yeah. Vic, Tito hit like a mule. Oh man, Tito Trinidad. That's my favorite Puerto Rican fighter of all time. And in my opinion, Tito Trinidad could arguably be the best welterweight fighter of all time. Remember, he never took a loss as a welterweight. He got the second most title defenses in history in that division. I can't remember if it was like 11 or 12 or something like that. And he was just destroying people, destroying champions, like Tito Trinidad was a special fighter. Mr. KO, they both should be in autopilot come night of the fight. I'd be surprised for the fight to go the full 12. Nah, I don't see it. I don't see it going the distance. Like I told you, Boots, he trying to go out there. He really trying to put a hurting on him. Get him out of there. Yeah, Yarborough. This could be Xander, Roberto Duran versus Sugar Ray moment, I think. It's going to be a great fight. I expect a great fight. But let's look at that comparison that you're making, right? Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard. Think about the first fight. Roberto Duran forced Sugar Ray into his fight. He insulted him so much and shitted on him so much during the lead up to the fight that he made Sugar Ray Leonard hate him. And when they stepped in the ring, Sugar Ray Leonard stood there and traded for almost the whole 12 rounds. That wasn't his fight, but he did that because he hated this guy. He wanted to beat him up. Sugar Ray lost up here. He lost that fight up here before they even stepped in the ring. And you know I'm not capping. And look what he did to Duran in the rematch. In the rematch, when he went in and he said, yo, I'm going to fight my own fight. Fuck all that. Forget all that. I'm a boxer. Yo, frustrated him so bad he made him quit. Outclassed him so bad that he made him quit. So people don't say that a lot, but I'm saying it. Sugar Ray Leonard lost up here to Duran. Duran wasn't the more skilled fighter. And the rematch proved it. Made him quit. There was never a moment in the rematch where it looked like Duran could win that fight. If you watch the rematch, Sugar Ray Leonard was dancing circles around my mans. Boxing the shit out of him. So the mental mistake that Sugar Ray Leonard made on that first fight, Jerron Busan is not going to make it, fam. He's not going to make it. He's going to completely outclass Xander Zayas. Now, that's going to happen over a certain amount of rounds. I don't know how many. I know Xander Zayas is going to show up. I know what he is. I know what he's about. Especially those first 3-4 rounds, he's going to give Boots a heck of a fight. But the inevitable will happen. Boots going to break him down, beat him up, and stop him by or before the 10th round. Wes Dodd said this is going to look like Crawford Spence. Another beating of a lifetime. Mr. KO, I see Boots having Zayas' face looking like an angry tomato at the ref for stopping the fight, or being an angry tomato looking at his corner for throwing the towel. Back Talk me, the Zayas is not Duran, respectfully. Come on now. Yeah, hi, Arboro. Boots going to stop in and maybe get caught with something. But first fight he lost. So the get caught, right? Get caught with something. Just think about it. Boots look at the career that he has had. Look at his career. If Xander Zayas is not as good as Boost defensively, which I'm sure you know that, he gets hit more than Boost. He don't have the footwork that Boost got. Why am I gonna assume that, oh, well, he's gonna catch him and he's gonna hurt him? Boost ain't never been hurt by nobody. Zayas was in a dogfight in his very last fight that went 12 rounds versus a guy you never heard of, versus a guy you never even seen. So what he couldn't do to this unheard of guy, he's gonna do to Jaron Boost Ennis. Bro, we got better odds of playing the lotto today, all of us, and all of us winning it at the same time. You win it in your state, I win it in my state. We all win the lotto today. We got better chance of doing that, bro. Back Talk Media. Bam, facts. West does it. Anybody can fight down and be a slugger. Not everyone can step up their IQ. You see? That's the thing. Your IQ is what it is. Your skills is what it is. You are who you are. This is the reason why. Look, I want you guys to think about this, right? And Jahai Arborough, I want you to think about this, what I'm about to say to you, right? I want you to think about this. And let me just say this. Jahai, in case you didn't know this, Karen is an Olympic medalist. I know that. I know that he got amateur pedigree. I know that the only guy he lost to in his whole career is Jaron Boost Ennis. That tells me that he's a heck of a fighter. A heck of a fighter. There you go. All you have to do is Google it and see that Karen, since an amateur, been competing on the international stage. So yeah, the guy. It's true. You're right about we don't know him, but he can fight. He can fight. No, but who did he lose first? When he lost to Boost, he never had a loss. His first two losses was Jaron Boost Ennis. Mr. KO, back talk. Prime DSG, way better than Xander. Oh my God, wait a minute. Danny Garcia, come on now. You're talking about a Hall of Famer, bro. People just, that's the thing in boxing, and I hate that boxing fans do that, man. People only remember when fighters lose, when they was at the end of their career, when things didn't go their way. That's all they want to remember. Danny Garcia is a multi-division champion, unified champion, and he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. That shouldn't even be a conversation. Wes does it. Good question, Back Talk. Back Talk Meter, do you think Xander is better than Prime Danny Garcia? No. Maybe at some point he could be better. You know, he has a lot of potential. He's a real good fighter. Right now, he's not better than Danny Garcia. We got to see how his career plays out. Mr. KO, DSG had a good left hook. Oh, my God. That left hook from Danny Garcia was quite brutal. Devastating. How many people we see go to sleep from that shot? Wes does it. Danny had that no-look hook that puts dudes to sleep. Bro, you know what's funny? Wes does it. I got my nose broken with that no-look left hook. Oh, man, it's a dangerous one. You don't see it coming because this motherfucker looking down. But the punch is coming from overhead. Derek Green, Boost, easy work. Whoa. Salute, family. Appreciate you, my brother. Bam. Back Talk Media. Xander reminds me of Danny. People sleeping on him like he's an easy champion. I mean, they used to call him the weakest link. I never agree with that. They say, oh, he's the weakest link. He's the weakest link. Xander Zayas is a great champion. He's a great fighter. But 23-year-old Xander Zayas is levels below 28-year-old Jaron Boost Ennis. Jahai Arborough, I like your content. I'm subscribing. Ooh, salute. Welcome to the Box Center family, my peoples. Wait till you see my fight commentary. I do fight commentary for all the big fights. You don't know what you in for, my G. Ooh, wait till... Matter of fact, I did the fight commentary for Oscar Collazo. It was short because the fight finished quick, But wait till you watch it. The left to the wig piece, the right to the dome piece. Oh, the humanity. Devastating blows by Oscar Collazo. Wait till you watch the commentary. One of these days, the Zone, Netflix, ESPN, somebody's gonna call. Somebody's gonna say, yo, we need that commentary over here. We need to spice things up. Yarborough, but we got a debate on live. Yeah, we could. I'm all for it, my guy. I'm all for it. I go live all the time. I send the link. Anybody want to go in? We talk boxing. The lunatic libertarian. Danny Garcia, another example of the fighter that didn't have the better footwork, didn't have a faster hand, didn't have more power than pedigree. Beat up American Amir Khan. Well, you gotta understand, Danny Garcia was more advanced in his career when he beat Khan than Xander Zayas when he's fighting Boots. That's what you gotta understand. Amir Khan, on the other hand, was already on his way out, had already been knocked out brutally, was already starting to get his clock cleaned. Come on, man. Franchise, we can't wait until you reach your pinnacle, Jay. I'm on my way, bro. I promise you, I'm on my way. I'm grinding, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and when they open that door, my peoples, and they let me in, I'm gonna go fucking berserk, man. It's gonna be a crazy-ass takeover, like a literal takeover. I'm telling you, take my word for it. I'm patient. I'm patient. When y'all ready, give me a call. And we gonna go set shit on fire, wherever it's at. Mr. Kale, Khan was chinny anyways. Damn, Amir Khan, man, he fell to some brutal knockouts. I don't think in this fight we're gonna see. I think it's probably gonna be Boots giving Zayas the beating of a lifetime. And the referee of the corner gotta stop it. They gotta save him. Save him from himself, because I told you before, Zayas, you gotta kill him. You gotta kill him to stop him. For him to stay down, nah. There ain't gonna be a no mas moment in this fight. We're not gonna see Xander in the corner that he don't want to get back up and continue. That doesn't exist. This kid is gonna fight till the end. That's why I say I predict the stoppage late in the fight. Boo's gonna have to fight those early rounds. He's gonna have to weather the Xander Zayas storm, and then he's gonna have to start breaking them down, and there's gonna be a process. You fighting a dog. This kid is a dog. I know that. Back Talk Media. Bro, Jay Smith the GOAT. Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate that. Yarborough. Boots might get upset for his birthday. Xander blowing candles. Out Saturday. Upset alert. Oh, man. Listen. I'm going to tell you like this. My guy. Episode of Boxing for Breakfast. They say Xander's going to win the fight. So you're also going to be a special guest for Sunday morning's episode of Boxing for Breakfast. And on Sunday morning, I want you guys to tell me, how did you feel watching Xander Zayas taking a beating of a lifetime? How did that feel in your heart? How did you process that? Because I told you before, and even you, my guy, yo, Yarborough, today's the last day, the last opportunity I'm giving everybody to change their mind. If you want to, you can still change your mind and say, you know what, Jay, you're right. Boo's gonna beat him up. It'll be easier if you do it that way. Because if you don't change your mind, when that fight happens and you watch Xander getting beat up, bro, it's gonna be tough for you to swallow that. You're not gonna sleep. Next Saturday, you're not gonna sleep. You're gonna be tossing and turning in your bed. TLM gonna have to cry himself to sleep. Sunday's episode of Boxing for Breakfast, I'm gonna start it at 10 in the morning just to give y'all enough time to sleep the pain away. Jr. I'll be there on live. I hope you show up, man. I told everybody already. I don't want to hear that your internet wasn't working that Sunday, that your dog ate your charger, so your phone turned off on you, that you went to get some trees and you couldn't find it. By the time you got home, the show finished. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Sunday, be here and tell us how you feeling. How you survived the whole night after watching that beating of a lifetime. That Boost dished out. Back talk me, the Boost may stop him in 3. Damn. I'ma stick with 10 because I feel like Xander Zayas is such a tough fighter, such a strong fighter, such a skilled fighter, good fighter. That is gonna take some time. Especially look, those first 4 rounds, you're gonna see some success from Xander Zayas. You're gonna see some oohs and ahs moment. Oh, he got him. You're gonna get that. But as the fight progresses, just like with Fernando Vargas and Tito Trinidad, Boost is gonna start to take over. And then it's gonna get to a point where that's it. I took over. Boost said it. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do what I wanna do. This thing is gonna go how I want it to go. And that's what's gonna happen. Right there. 2 left hooks. Yo, y'all better listen to Jay Smith. Happened to me, Spence versus Bud. I was sick on Sunday. Worst feeling ever. Imagine that, my people. Those who spent 3, 4, 5 months saying that Crawford was gonna get knocked out by Arrow. And then you had to watch that beating. And then you gotta see my face the next day. I need you to understand something. I need you guys to understand something. I'm gonna be the one to tell you this right now. Jahai Arborough, TLM, the lunatic libertarian. When Jerome Boost Ennis whoop his ass, the first thing y'all niggas is gonna think about, me. You're gonna be like, damn, this motherfucker told me. Now I gotta see his ass tomorrow. Fuck. How can I get myself out of this shit? I feel like breaking my phone right now, telling them, showing up on next Sunday's episode of Boxing for Breakfast, like, yo, last week, man, my phone broke. Nah, you slammed that shit because you didn't want to see me. The lunatic libertarian. StreamYard is paid up, and I can have up to 10 people. I mean, we could go in, we could make it happen. Mr. KO. Watch Arrow get picked apart like a horror movie. Oh my God, what a horrible beating, bro. Look, and I'm sorry because I know it opens the old wounds when we bring up the Errol Spence beating. But this is the first time that I watched the fight and I actually felt bad for the guy that I said was gonna lose. Remember, I predicted the stoppage. I predicted that Bud was gonna stop Arrow in 8 or 9. So I'm supposed to be celebrating that beating, right? Yo, I actually started feeling bad, bro. By round number 5, I was like, oh, man, damn, B. I remember looking at a tweet from Devin Haney that said, yo, Bud beating the shit out Arrow. I was like, damn, B, that's it. I wasn't even celebrating it no more. I was already feeling bad, like, yo, just stop that shit. God damn, B, I don't want to see it no more. That's it. It was such a beating that I felt bad for Arrow. What fight? Can you remember another fight, bro? That you're and you feeling bad for the beating that the other guy's receiving? Come on, man. It was a different type of beating. Beating of a lifetime. Future clean. Zayas has a good shot. He's a big guy. He don't have no shot. There is no hope. Guess what? He's a big guy. Boost is a big guy too. Boost a big guy, my brother. But you know how I know that he got no hope? Were you saying that he's a big guy? That's what everybody's saying. He's big. He's strong. Boost's not going to be able to keep him off of him. Remember when they said that about Canelo and Bud? Remember when they said that about Arrow and Bud? That's it. Y'all been watching boxing for way too long to use these logics. We've already seen a million fights that showed us that size don't mean shit. Skills pay the bills. We've seen a million fights. I could stand here. I could do a whole episode of Boxing for Breakfast showing you when the smaller guy whooped the biggest guy's ass. Endless episodes just showing you that don't make no sense. Oh, well, this guy's bigger, so... Nah. Being bigger don't matter. And they the same exact height. That's the funny shit. They both 5'10". Both the same size. Where are you getting from? They gonna look right about the same when they step in the ring. Where are you getting from? People talk like Boots is this little skinny guy and Anders is big dude. They both 5'10". And Boots, look. I'm gonna tell you guys right now why Boots is gonna beat him up. I'm gonna tell you right now why it's gonna be a beatdown. 2 left hooks. Stop the effing fight. I'm telling you, we might hear, oh, he's beating her, Mom. Stop it, please. Back talk meter. I threw the after party for Crawford in Vegas at Top Golf. Whoa. Damn, you really celebrated that to the fullest. That's what's up, man. Sound like you had a great time out there. Mr. KO, that shit was assault. I just posted a video of my peoples about it. After next week fight, I hope that they don't charge Boots with assault and battery. And then Bozy, he gonna be an accessory to that assault and battery too. I hope not, because it's gonna be a nasty beating. Future clean, Boots is overrated. He never fought nobody. Start watching the people, start watching a little bit more. Because you're saying Boots never fought nobody. Who's Xander Zayas for? Wait. Tell me who Xander Zayas for. You can't even name the last guy that he fought. And that guy took him 12 rounds. He was in a dogfight with a guy that you never heard of in your life. But since you're saying that Boots never fought nobody, enlighten us as to who Xander Zayas for. Do you realize that Xander Zayas ain't even fight nobody you know? You gotta Google. You have to Google Xander Zayas opponents, champ. You have to Google them. You can't even name any of them. Look at the irony of you saying that Boots ain't fight nobody, while at the same time you don't know nobody that Xander fought. You gotta work on that logic, bro. Back talk media, Crawford versus Usyk. I mean, I'm not surprised that people said that. They should have just said, yo, Crawford versus Fury. Crawford versus Tyson Fury and versus AJ. You know what? They should have just asked for Crawford to fight Fury, AJ, and Wilder all at the same time. Fight all of them, Crawford. Everybody at once against you. We need to see you lose badly. Jahai Yarborough. That's a fact. Xander got a little more skill than people think. Notice even you use the word a little more skill than people think. And I respect that. But I'm going to ask you a simple question, fam. That little more skill that you're talking about, can you name one thing that you think he's more skillful at than Jaron Boots Ennis? Because it's not about him being more skilled than people think. I'm more skilled than people think. But I get beat up if I fight a world champion. I get brutalized. I'm more skilled than people think. That don't mean shit. Xander Zayas being more skilled than people think doesn't mean anything. That's not going to help him. Still getting beat up brutally. TLM. On some WWE shit. Crawford, fatal for match. I'm telling you, man, they wanted Crawford. Just think about it. They wanted Crawford well, they said he was going to get knocked out by Canelo because Canelo was too big. At 168, he was too small. And after he beat Canelo, now they want him to go to heavyweight and fight Usyk. But you just thought he was too small for Canelo a week ago. Now you want him to move up more weight classes. Now he's big. So it's just a hate for Crawford. But I'm going to tell you why Xander Zayas is going to get beat up. It's easy for me to see it. But I want you to see it. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you point by point why Xander Zayas getting beat up. Point number one, physical condition. Xander Zayas is a guy who balloons up in weight between fights. Wally Amat, bam, salute family. We on it. You know you're gonna get that elite level fight commentary on Saturday. So when you look at Xander Zayas in between fights, you see a little bit of a belly. You see some tits. You see a guy that's probably weighing 190, 200, big as hell. Chubby face. Meanwhile, Jerome Ennis is a gym rat. My peoples, all you gotta do is follow Boost on IG or go there and check it out so that you can understand that just like Terrence Crawford, this guy in between fights, with no opponent lined up, with no contract signed, this motherfucker's in the gym, sparring, hitting the bags, outrunning, like if he training for a fight. Do you not understand that? Look at Errol Spence and Crawford. Errol Spence was partying, smoking weed, drinking, hanging out with Yellow Beezy, and Crawford been in the gym the whole time. What happened when they fight each other? He got crushed. So that's number one. The physical condition of Jerome Ennis is levels above Xander Zayas, my peoples. Levels. While Xander Zayas is in fat camp trying to cut that weight, Boots is in the gym working on his craft, working on his mechanics, working on the footwork, the counter punching, working on the game plan for Xander Zayas. Jahai Yarborough, don't compare Boots and Bud, two different type of dogs. We could say it's two different type of dogs, but the work habit is the same. The work habit is the same. You could say they're two different type of dogs. They cut from the same cloth, family. That same cloth where they cut Crawford from, they cut Boots from. Best switch hitter in the game is Boots, and you wouldn't even try to make an argument against that. Crawford was also the best switch hitter in the game. You wouldn't make an argument against that. So how are you going to say they different? There's nobody closer to Terrence Crawford than Jerome Ennis. Nobody. Boots is to Crawford what Kobe Bryant was to Michael Jordan. Nobody was closer to Michael Jordan than Kobe Bryant. Come on now. Come on. Future claim, it's a step up 50-50 fight. Oh, it's definitely not a 50-50 fight. Not if it was a 50-50 fight, Xander Zayas would not be an overwhelming underdog. He's a huge underdog, bro. I was telling you guys earlier, I know somebody who put $1,000 on Boots. This nigga's gonna win like 40 bucks. Put 1,000 on Boots to win 40 bucks. So, I'm telling you. But when you look at them physically, Jahai Yarborough, you're ignoring what I'm telling you. You're ignoring what I'm telling you about one guy being a superior athlete than the other. And Yarborough, my guy, you can't measure heart. You can't measure heart. What happened with you is that you already don't like Boots. So you're going to make arguments against him. Boots has never done nothing in his career to say that he don't got heart. There's nothing that you could point and say, look what happened, he don't got heart. You just don't like the guy, bro. You don't like Boots. And when you don't like a guy, now you're stuck on this side of the fence to where no matter what he does, you're going to argue against him. But what happens if he beat up Xander Zayas? Beat him up. Guess what? I know what's going to happen. Now people are gonna say that Zayas was too young, that Boots fight guys that are not in their prime yet, that Boots this wasn't fair. Now the excuses are gonna show up. The excuses are gonna show up. You'll see. Jahai Yarborough, has Boots been tested yet? So I'm gonna respond to that question with a simple question. Didn't Karen take him 12 rounds in the first fight and give him a heck of a fight? He tested him. He got tested by an Olympic medalist. Yes. He went the distance. He couldn't get the stoppage. He tried. Couldn't stop the guy. And ate some good shots. He got tested. But the logic that, oh no, Xander Zayas, I'm trying to tell you, everything that you're saying ignores who's the better athlete. You don't want to admit it, maybe, but you know who's the better athlete. I'm still waiting for you guys to say, who is the better athlete? Xander Zayas, Jerome Ennis. Yeah, bro, that's an easy answer, my guy. That's a real easy answer. So you're telling me that Boots hasn't been tested, Boots hasn't done this and that. Okay, cool. Who's the better athlete? I'm trying to get you to at least answer that question where you honestly feel is true. It's like Connor. And is very talented. I feel he'll stop Zayas late. I got him stopping Zayas in the 10th or before that. But since you guys don't want to answer it, I'll answer it for you. Jerome Ennis is the better athlete by a landslide. It's not even close. It's not even close. Yeah, bro. I don't know for sure when Boots gets touched up. Athlete doesn't mean he's going to put it all together. My guy. But I'm not saying that he's going to put nothing together. I'm just saying who's the better athlete and you refuse to answer it. We don't need to wait for the fight, my guy, to know who's the better athlete. We watch these guys fight a bunch of times. We see their physique. We see everything about them. You really need to wait for Saturday to know who's the better athlete? That just means you're in denial. You don't want to admit it. You're not ready to admit it. So when Boots whoop his ass, you should have known, but you didn't want to admit the reality. Yo, bro, we know that he is. So watch this, okay. Because I'm telling you why Boots is going to win. So now we know that he's the better athlete, right? The more athletic fighter. Who's going to be better physically? Boots is going to be better. While you guys keep talking about the strength, Xander Zayas is going to spend some of this training camp in fat camp. He's going to spend some of this time trying to cut that weight. Boots, who'll be in the gym, who stay ready, is going to be sharpening them tools. Sharpening, sharpening, sharpening. When they step in the ring, it's going to be like Arrow versus Bud. The guy that's a freak athlete, gym rat, versus the guy who's partying, chilling, and only in the gym when he's in training camp. You're going to see the difference. Back talk media. Boots play mad sports. I seen him playing football the other day. I'm telling you, when you a super athlete, look at the similarity between Boots and Crawford. Crawford play a bunch of sports too. Be whooping people in basketball, whooping people in football, whooping people in playing pool. This motherfucker just beat everybody and everything. Boots is that type of freak athlete too. Zayas is not a freak athlete. He's big, he's strong, he's talented too. I'm not gonna diminish him. He's not a freak athlete like Boots. He not. So physically, we know. We know what's up. But let's move on to other things. Who got the better jab? Who got the faster hands? Who got the better footwork? Hey, y'all, bro, you tell me. Who got the better footwork between Zayas and Boots? What skill do you think that Zayas has that he's better than Boots at? I'll make it easy for you, guys. Do you think Zayas got a better jab? Do you think he got faster hands? Do you think he got better footwork? Do you think he's a better counter puncher? Is he? What do you think? Way back in the building, internet acting up. What does Xander Zayas does better than Boots? Because I got a long list of things that Boots does better than Zayas, my peoples. It's a long list. I haven't heard one Zayas fan or one Zayas supporter tell us one skill that they feel like Zayas is better at. Everybody just saying the same thing. He's big, he's strong. He's big, he's strong. Boots not going to be able to keep him off him. He's big, he's strong. He's bigger. Boots is moving up. You didn't learn when you guys made that argument about Canelo being bigger and stronger than Crawford. Arrow being bigger, stronger than Crawford. We already been watching boxing long enough, my people. We all supposed to know that bigger and stronger don't win fights. It doesn't win fights. Y'all, bro, fighters fight, bro. That's facts. That's what fighters do. But when two undefeated fighters get in the ring, one is going to win, one is going to lose. 9 times out of 10, the more skilled fighter is going to win. Boots is the more skilled fighter. Like, there's no getting around that. Future Clean, nah, Canelo is washed up. That's the thing, Future Clean. Today, Canelo's washed up. The day before the fight, you was telling us that Canelo's too big, too strong. Crawford wasn't going to be able to keep him off of him. Now he's washed up. Just like with Arrow. You was telling us Arrow's too big, too strong. He's going to walk Crawford down. And then after he got beat up, it was the car accident. The car accident went away when he beat 2 world champions. The accident came back when he fought Bud. Future Clean, if you didn't say it, you saw a million people saying it. I'm pretty sure of that. You know I'm not making it up. Yarborough, you're giving him no chance. It's my only problem. No. Let me say this, Yarborough. To me, based on my assessment, there's no hope. No hope he getting his ass whooped. But when I'm giving you an honest breakdown, I'm telling you, the only way that Zayas wins this fight is if he hurt Boots bad, and even if he don't knock him out, Boots can't get his legs back under him. His legs is jelly, so he can't be the same no more going forward, and he gets beat because of that. Remember when Ruiz landed that monster shot on AJ's dome piece, and that's it. AJ's legs was jelly. He couldn't recover, and then he got stopped. So if Zayas hurt Boots, he got a chance. If you tell me what's the percentage, I will give Xander Zayas a 15-20% chance to win that fight. Now you might think that's too little, but sometimes that goes through. Sometimes it does go through. And the guy that had the very little opportunity to win, wins it. But I can promise you, I can guarantee you that Zayas will not outbox Jaron Boots Ennis. Will not be winning rounds if he doesn't hurt him. Will be getting outclassed at times. I promise and guarantee you that shit. If he hurt him, if Zayas hurt Boots, he can change the outcome. He can change the way the fight plays out. I agree with you 100%. And I want you to understand, my guy, because I say Boots gonna beat him up, that leads people to believe that I think Xander Zayas is not that good or that he's a hype jab or that. No. I see Zayas as a special fighter who's already accomplished, obviously, and is going to accomplish a lot more. He's gonna get his ass whooped by Boots. He's gonna go to 160, win a title probably right away, unified titles. Eventually, he'll go to 168, win titles and unify titles over there too. Yo, I got expectations. This kid is going to accomplish a lot, and I see it coming. I know Xander Zayas is going to do big things. Do you not remember Canelo Alvarez lost his first fight to Floyd Mayweather and then went on a Hall of Fame run? Beat a bunch of champions, won a bunch of belts, conquered divisions. I see the same thing for Xander Zayas. Gonna get his ass whooped. That's gonna be a learning experience. Because you guys saw Canelo Alvarez lost to Floyd and he was immediately better. Immediately better after he lost to Floyd. Now he knew, damn, yo, these type of fighters, I can't fuck with them if I don't step my game up. So Xander Zayas gonna get his ass whooped by Boots, and he's gonna become better, and he's gonna keep accomplishing. Mr. KO, Jahai Tucker versus Eldy Cedeno, gonna be a banger. Oh, that's gonna be a heck of a fight, bro. I really like Jahai Tucker, but I'm gonna have to go with Eldy Cedeno, my Dominican brother. Hey, Xander doesn't even have a puncher's chance. Future clean. Put money on Xander. Boricua Boost is not that guy. Oh, man, you put money. Listen, if you want to put money on Xander, you might as well just open your toilet, throw it in there, and flush it. Because it's going to be the same thing. Whether you bet it on him or you flush it down the toilet, you ain't getting shit back. He getting beat up. Beat up. Hey, y'all just compare Boost and Xander's sparring partners for the camp. Who y'all think get the better work? I mean, look what they saying, bro. Look what they saying about Boots. I'm hearing about Boots in the gym busting rib cages and busting noses. Boots out there beating people up, bro. Beating people up. Mr. KOJ Smith, make sure you stream that fight with Jahai Tucker and Eldy Cedeno. Slept on banger. No, I can't wait for that one. We haven't been talking about it. I think because Jahai Tucker, his name is still growing right now. His popularity. The same thing with Eldy Cedeno, Bazooka. Both young fighters, making a name for themselves. But that's a real good fight, man. It's going to be a real good one. My peoples, this is it for today's episode of Boxing for Breakfast. I want you guys to know that today was your last opportunity to change your mind from Xander Zayas to Jerron Boost Ennis. This episode is about to finish. You have about 1 more minute before you change your mind. For tomorrow's episode, I don't want to hear it no more. You're going to have to stick to your guns. You made your bet, you lay in it. Yarborough, Canelo got great sparring for Bud and got his ass kicked. I mean, listen, after he got sparring with Boots. Boots beat him up in sparring. Funny how you didn't want to say that part, Yarborough. It was Boots that beat him up in sparring. He's the same guy that's going to beat up Xander Zayas, bro. You think about that. You guys talking about he's too small. And he's going to be uncomfortable versus Xander Zayas, who's the bigger guy. And this guy was beating the shit out of Canelo in sparring. Giving Canelo the beating of a lifetime in a sparring session, bro. Side, Canelo thought Boost will make a difference. But Yarborough, if Boost beat Canelo up, what you think he going to do to Xander Zayas, bro? The lunatic libertarian. Hopefully Jay doesn't have internet problems next Sunday. Oh, no, I'm going to be on it. I'm going to be on it. But again, my peoples, this episode of Boxing for Breakfast, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I gave you the opportunity to change your mind. You guys refused. So that's it. We got this weekend. Saturday is on. Tomorrow, Boxing for Breakfast. We still going to be going back about this. You see, Mr. KO know what's going on. Boost by stoppage. If you didn't change your mind, that's it. This was it. This was the last opportunity that you had. Salute to everybody who tuned in. Mr. KO. Jahai Yarborough. Real Work Show. Who said Boost beat up Canelo? What you mean who said Canelo? That shit was... Everybody knows what happened in those sparring sessions. All that information leaked out. Beat him up in sparring. Had him looking like a goofball. Bro, look. You know how you know? How you know Boost beat him up? Boost is not a trash talker. He keep the code. He not out there trash talking about what he did to Canelo. Nothing like that, right? This dude went to Canelo's training camp and only sparred with Canelo 3 times. Niggas was like, nah, we good, bro. Just you could be in the training camp, but you know, we just do a little shadowing from now on. My man said we not gonna spar with you no more. We good, bro. We trying to make it to fight night, you know, in one piece. Yarborough, he was smiling too much after. Come on. And I love the fact that Boost got that experience with Canelo and has never talked about it. That's real shit. That's real shit. Because if he wanted to, he could be all over social media. Yo, man, I beat Canelo up. I'm the man. I beat his ass. Whooped him. He ain't never say that. The one picture from they sparring, you see Boost smiling. Canelo face looking like a goddamn pepperoni pizza. Who you think got the better of who? Look, trust me, I've seen a million post-sparring pictures. When you see a guy like this, and the guy next to him like this, yeah, you know who got beat up in that sparring. You know who got cooked. You see Boost next to Canelo like this, smiling from ear to ear. You see every one of that nigga teeth. And you see Canelo next to him like this, looking like his wife just cheated on him. You know what happened in that sparring. You don't have to see it, bro. I don't got to see it. I know what happened just by looking at the picture. Yo, bro, that's an effing fact. Yo, the sparring pictures say the whole thing, bro. And then if you see both of them smiling, it was good work. They both put in that good work. Side, like that pic of Shakur and Lomachenko. Yo, Lomachenko look mad as hell, bro. Shakur smiled like, yeah, beat the shit out of you, nigga. Lomachenko like, they didn't even want to take a picture with Shakur, bro. That nigga didn't even want to take a picture with Shakur. Shakur hands. I heard different stories from the sparring. Y'all, bro, y'all sub, hit that like button. Appreciate it, my brother. Listen, we could hear all the stories we want to hear. Look at the picture. That's what we talking about it. Look at the picture. Boost's face looking like he just stepped out of the barber shop. Crispy, clean. Yo, Canelo look like fucking gravy. Beef gravy. Come on, man. He got pummeled in sparring. I don't need to see. And I would love to see that footage, if there is any. I would love to see it. I doubt that there is. There probably is any. There probably is footage, but Boost ain't got it. Nobody in Boost's team got that footage. I guarantee you they was like, yo, we're going to work. Y'all can't pull out your phones. And I've been in gyms like that. I've been in gyms, my peoples, where I pull out my phone because they sparring, and right away a coach came to me, bro, I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I need you to put that phone away. Please. And respectfully, you know, you gotta respect that, right? Oh, no doubt, my brother, my bad. I don't even question it. But that's happened to me in different gyms with different coaches that don't even know each other. That's a culture. When you got guys that's nice like that, they don't want you to record those sparrings. Because there's little things that they do. Remember, sparring, people not fighting when they sparring. They working on shit. They working on new things, new tools that they adding to the bag. And they don't want to let that out. They don't want people to see that. They just want you to see them fight. They don't want you to see the way that they sharpen that knife. That's the real reason why sparrings of elite level fighters don't get out. They want you to see what they have when they fight. They don't want that video of them maybe working on that shoulder roll, working on that step back, working on that counter work. They don't want that footage to get out because they like, yo, my opponent is going to see what I'm working on and he's also going to have a counter for that. That's really what that's about. So I promise you, the only people that got footage of that sparring is Canelo's people. They set the rules. Now, you can't record this over here. You getting paid. You working. Because Boost was working, my people. It's not like he went there for free. They paid him to join that training camp. So you got to follow the rules. Now, Canelo Alvarez people, they do record the sparring. Because they got to go back and see the mistakes that we made. They got to clean some things up. And they probably looked at the footage like, God damn, man, this nigga beat the shit out of us. What the hell we going to do with Crawford? Sparring is different from the real thing. Norman Jr. apparently KO'd Bud in sparring. But it's a real fight. Norman gets slapped. Notice the reason you say he apparently KO'd Bud is because that shit was literally made up out of thin air. That shit was literally made up out of thin air. But that never happened. You know how it is with Terrence Crawford. People will say anything other than this dude's a great fighter, look what he accomplished. But once again, my peoples, Xander Zayas is gonna get beat up. Jerome Busen is gonna give him the beating of a lifetime. You have to accept it. You did not accept it, now deal with what's coming. I gave you an opportunity to change your mind. You refused. Shackle hands. It was good work. I saw the sparring. Mr. KO, this is my first time hearing Norman Jr. KO Bud in sparring. I'm telling you. That's literally made up stuff. Now, look, I'm going to put it to you like this. It's like when people say Mean Machine dropped Bud. And then if you look at the fight, what actually happened, what actually took place, damn, my phone about to run out of batteries. What actually happened is, oh shit, hold on, I got a charger over here. My phone was about to turn off, my peoples. What actually happened with Crawford and Mean Machine is that Mean Machine caught him with a good shot and Crawford tried to clinch and Mean Machine pushed him down. Literally pushed him down from the back of the head and made him go into a knee because he pushing him down. So Crawford go like this, get hit, boom, and try to clinch and gets pushed down into one knee. Until this day, motherfuckers will say that Mean Machine dropped Bud. No, he got dropped. He got dropped. Terrence Crawford spent his whole career in all them weight classes. He came undisputed in all them weight classes. Never got dropped once in his whole career. Not once. Yet people bring up that he got dropped by Norman Jr. Yeah, he got dropped by Norman Jr. in a sparring that nobody saw. We should just believe it. Not a single world champion that he faced dropped him. Or we supposed to believe that somebody said that somebody else said that somebody else heard that he dropped him. Of course, it's fake news. They made that up out of thin air because people hate Terrence Crawford. West doesn't butt into him within a minute of that so-called drop. Come on now. Gave him the beating of a lifetime, too. Shackle hands. But I do know Bud's best work was in sparring. Mr. KO. Bozy said it. If Bozy said what? Butt ended him within a minute. Yarborough, he got dropped by Mean Machine. And Bud is my guy. He did not get dropped by Mean Machine, bro. I just told you what happened. I just told you exactly what happened. Man, look. Damn, I don't got my other phone over here, man. Look, Yarborough, I'm going to tell you something. You showed up to Boxing for Breakfast at the perfect time. You know why? Because in a couple of weeks, I'm going to have my studio ready. The Box Center studio. I'm going to be doing the show from the studio. And when I do that, I'm going to be able to show you footage. This show is going to be, you think this shit is fire right now? Wait for a couple of weeks, my peoples. There's going to be something too crazy, revolutionary in boxing. Some takeover type shit. But I digress. My point is that Terrence Crawford was not dropped by his opponent. And you're saying he was. When we watched the video, and I would have showed it to you if I could, Terrence Crawford got hit with a good shot. He did get hit. But when he tried to clinch, Mean Machine pushed him down, family. Why are you acting like you didn't see that? If I had my phone right here, I would show you the replay in slow motion. When Crawford clinched, Mean Machine put his hands back there and shoved him down. How are you gonna say he dropped him, my guy? I'll be showing you the replay right here and asking you if you could say what you're saying with a straight face. As Mean Machine is shoving him down with both of his hands and Crawford goes down to one knee. I would show that to you in slow motion and ask you, are you saying that Crawford got dropped with a straight face? Or you laughing behind the phone just messing around? Because you just can't be serious. You can't be serious about him being dropped by Mean Machine if I'm showing you the footage in slow motion of Mean Machine shoving him down and him going into the knee because of the weight of Mean Machine in the back of his neck. Stop it, bro. Bud never been dropped. Well, look, when you say that Bud was dropped by Mean Machine, you know what you telling me, y'all, bro? And I want you to be honest. Oh, now you said Bud is my favorite fighter. You, Terrence Crawford, sneak haters are my favorite guys to talk to about Crawford. Because y'all will say, no, Mean Machine dropped him, and this guy did this, and he didn't do that. But he's my favorite guy, too, though. He's my favorite guy. You make a whole argument about how he got beat, about how he wasn't as good as people thought, and then at the end of it, you add, but he's my favorite fighter, though. He really is my favorite fighter. No, you're in the closet Terrence Crawford hater, my guy. Because if he was your guy, you wouldn't be lying about him being dropped by Mean Machine. He's not your guy. It's just that he's such a great fighter that you don't want to come out as a hater because you know you're going to come out as a hater. So you got to add that little part to it. But he's my favorite fighter, though. Come on, bro. We've been doing this for a long time. We get a lot of people who do that. Hate. And then, but he's my favorite fighter, though. Nah. Nah, bro. Nah. My name is Terrence. I love Bud. Bro, based on what you're saying about him being dropped, I know you said Errol was going to beat him. I know you said Canelo was going to beat him. I know you said he only beat Errol because of the accident. Now you're saying that Canelo's washed too. Bro, you have never, all this time that you've been here, you ain't never give Crawford a single credit for anything or love for anything. But at the end of all the hate, but he's my favorite fighter though. Now you got to start the positive side to turn it around and make it seem like you not a hater. And you hate Terrence Crawford. And you love Errol Spence and everybody he fought. You rooted for them to beat him. Y'all, bro, I'm unbiased. I went to the fight, bro. I mean, damn. That means that you had a heck of a fight that you enjoyed. What a night of boxing you enjoyed. But you don't want to come off as a hater of Terrence Crawford. You bet against him every single time. Show me, look, watch this. Y'all, bro. Show me the receipts. I want you to show me the receipts where you either bet for Crawford to beat Canelo or to beat Errol or that you made a prediction that he was going to beat those guys. Show me those receipts. Because I'm predicting that you went against Crawford every single time. And at the end of it, you was like, yeah, but he's my favorite fighter, though. Ty, Jay Smith, Errol, it's my dream fight. Oh, man. You're traumatizing me with Virgil Ortiz. Tay, Virgil legs locked up when Machine touched his chin. I mean, Virgil ducked boots, man. I'm disappointed in him. Not only did he duck boots, now he's inactive, collecting dust in a shelf. We don't even know, my peoples, when we're going to see Virgil Ortiz next. We don't even know. Side, I never went against Bud in my life. Bro, I watched Terrence Crawford for the first time fight. And I told you guys this before. It was like 2-3 fights before the Gamboa fight. He was in the red ring that was outdoors with the big cornrows. And the moment I watched that fight, I said, this guy's special. Nobody fucking with him. Yo, the second time I was going to watch him fight that I saw he was going to be on, I called one of my boys like, yo, you got to see this nigga fight, bro. You got to see him. This dude's different. So I been knew what Terrence Crawford was when people didn't know him. I was already trying to put people on like, yo, you got to see this guy. You got to see this guy. Yeah, bro. I have video. I'll show you on live. But you have video of what? Video of your predictions? Underrated Will. He sound like he went against him. Of course he sound like he went against him. He over here trying to convince us that Bug got dropped by Mean Machine. How? How are you gonna say that when we already seen the footage a million times of Mean Machine pushing him down to the ground? And him taking a knee. That's the funny part too. It's not even like his back or his ass or any part of his body was on the ground on the canvas. Mean Machine pushed him down and he ended up on a knee and got right back up and then stopped him shortly after. Come on. We gotta be real. Yarborough 2014. I'm lost, my guy. 2014, I'm not sure what that means. Javier Reina. I'll be betting 200 on Zayas and we'll have the receipt, win or lose. Let's go, Xander. Damn, bro. You might as well take that $200, flush it in the toilet right now. Right now, put it in the toilet, flush it. It's going to give you the same winnings that it's going to give you putting it on Xander Zayas, bro. Pugilism, just stay glued on live bets and secure that draw before it's too late. Y'all, bro, prediction and me at fight going for Bud. Oh, no. If you saying that you got it on video, you predicting and going for Bud, then I'm going to have to believe you. But I got to see it. I got to see it. You sitting here telling me that Bud got dropped by a guy that never dropped him. I got to see that proof. Pugilism. Draw is definitely possible because Vegas odds not paying out either fan base and raking in theirs. A draw is not possible. It's not going to be a draw. Forget about that. If you bet on a draw, you do the same thing. Go to the toilet, flush your money, and walk away. Don't look back. Betting on a draw is going to give you the same amount of money as flushing it in the toilet. Yarborough, I'm going to show you. Yo, check me out. Damn, man. You see, I don't got my other fucking phone, man, because it ran out of batteries. Check me out. Check me out on IG and tag me on the video or send me the video, however you want to do it. And tomorrow, I'll give you your flowers for calling it the way it really was. I'll give you your flowers tomorrow. I don't back down away. My IG is jsmith134. Like you see it right there. You see the J Smith is with 2 F's. Some people write it with the TH. jsmith134. You'll find me right away on IG. Send me that shit. Hey, Xander might go to sleep early. Now, I don't think he's going to go to sleep early, honestly. I think he's going to go late because of his skill level, because of his power, his heart, the type of fighter he is. I think it's going to take, a lot of rounds for Boost to break him down and stop him. It doesn't happen early. It's not. I don't see it. Pugilism. Hey, I hit the Ruiz versus Big Baby draw and Martin versus Albright draw of them live bets. Can get a feel for the fights. Underrated Will. Nah, Jay. He might go to sleep early. Boots ain't playing. I mean, I know Boots ain't playing. You see it. He in training camp busting ribs, busting noses. Xander Zayas is going to be on the receiving end of a brutal beating. I try to tell you. I try to help you. I try to get you to change your mind. Now you're going to suffer the consequences with that beating of a lifetime along with Xander Zayas. It's going to feel to you, it's going to feel like Boost is punching you to the nose piece, to the wig piece, to the toupee. You should have been listening to Jay Smith. And if you put your money on Xander Zayas, you should have just flushed it in the toilet. It would have gave you the same amount of return on your investment. The Hydro Grind will Boost power translate to this new division. I mean, why would you even ask that? Did you not see the pummeling that he gave to his last opponent in that division? You saw him beat the brains out of somebody and brutally stop him. Why would you even ask that, bro? Anyways, my peoples, this episode of Boxing for Breakfast is over. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I appreciate everybody who hit the like button. I appreciate everybody who didn't hit the like button. the ghost watchers and snake haters. I appreciate you too, my peoples. Boxing for breakfast tomorrow goes down 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. We still gonna be talking about this drama, and later tonight I may go live again if we get some updates about the Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney situation. If we find out what Ryan and Conor Ben was going on. By the way, Oscar De La Hoya said Ryan Garcia will fight soon, but he doesn't know if it's gonna be with Conor Ben because the people at Zoo for Boxing, they don't know how to do business. They don't know how to get shit done. So he's saying Ryan is going to fight, and he's going to fight on the zone. We're going to see if we could get it done. If not, oh well. So that Garcia versus Conor Ben fight is not set in stone. It's not. It's going down on the zone or it's not going down. Y'all not going to get this fight on no Paramount Plus or no Zoo for shit. Not happening. So there you have it, my peoples. That was that update about De La Hoya and his people, his team, the way that they moving. I'm going to see you guys later, man. One love to everybody. Bam. Let's go get this money. Do your thing, my peoples. And I hope you have a great day. We out of here. Peace.